Okay, hi everyone, Fox 19 now. First Alert Meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast update. We're taking a look around town right now. It's looking similar to what it has been the last couple of days. Gloomy skies out there, lots of clouds. We do have a camera zoomed in to Paycor Stadium right now. Again, kickoff is at 1 o'clock today. This is what it's looking like out there. They've got some of the scoreboards going. 62 degrees right now, so we're definitely climbing up. We might even break that record today, so we are looking forward to that as our temperatures start to climb. Record is 67, and right now 62, so it's looking pretty good. But all that matters is what it is at the CVG airport, so watching out for that. Other than the gloomy conditions, not a lot is going on at this exact moment, other than we have wind advisories out and about right now. These, I'm going to read you guys what I have written about them here. And so this is going to go in effect tonight at 8 p.m. and it's going to last until 6 p.m. on Monday. So we'll continue to have these wind advisories in effect because we'll see these winds 15, 25, 30, even expecting up to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's going to be really strong. This is for our entire viewing area. So just something to look out for, over the course of the next day or so. We are dealing with some showers up to the north here. And, we talked about these showers in the morning that'll clear out by the time we get to the time kickoff happens. We're just watching those spotty showers, move through the area for the time being. But everyone else, seeing those cloudy skies, seeing those temperatures raise a little higher, 60 there in Hamilton, 60 in Flemingsburg, Covington is 62, 61 in Batesville, Cincinnati is 57. So I hope everyone's having a good and warm morning so far. Again, the one that matters, the temperature that matters is CVG. That's where we get our record data from, and they're also seeing 62. So it could be likely that we're seeing that record-breaking temperature going into this afternoon. If we look across the area, we're still kind of in the mix of these warmer temperatures down to the south here, but you can really see where the cutoff is. Right there is where you can see that cold front that's going to come in and really knock down our temperatures moving forward. And I think you could visualize this a little better if I go back to clouds and radar and zoom out some, and you can see where those storms are right now. And again, where that cold front is, you see a few stronger storms there in Illinois, up in Chicago as well, and you see that wintry mix as well. So that's something we're looking at that's coming towards us. But for right now, again, just those showers out there, very slim showers. Not everyone is seeing those throughout the tri-state. We are warmer, 12 degrees, 16 degrees, 14. So definitely feeling those warmer conditions today, and again, by the afternoon, we'll definitely be feeling the warmer conditions. So of course, our wind chill is not going to show much. It's going to show those same temperatures because we're not really seeing those windy conditions. Not yet, at least. Going into this afternoon, it's going to be warm, 67 degrees. Again, that's to tie the record. Showers, storms, so you're seeing those showers now. The storms will be in the evening hours. That's why we have that first alert weather day on deck for you. But again, 67 is to tie that record. So our forecasted temp again is 67. But we have in 1984 that record high being 67. So we're hoping to break that record today of being 67 degrees. That would be a really cool thing, especially since we have these above normal temperatures. That would be a cool thing to do while we have those around. Because tonight, temperatures are going to drop dramatically, 26 degrees. We're going to see rain very early in the morning. The rain is going to linger from tonight into tomorrow morning here, and it's going to bring along windy conditions as well. So yes, it's going to be freezing going into tonight. Look at this. When you wake up tomorrow morning, these are the temperatures we're going to be dealing with. No more 50s, no more 60s. We're going to be waking up with the 20s across the area, so definitely way colder than we are experiencing today. So just something to prepare yourself for. Bundle up, bring that winter gear back out because you're going to need it. You're going to need the winter gear back out. I want to show you guys those low temperatures. We're sitting all in the blue no more of those greens. You see 26, 18, 14 even going into the second day of the new year there. Going into tomorrow, another, we'll have that first alert weather day all day long. 28 degrees is your high temperature. That is going to be much colder than today. 67 today, 28 tomorrow. Major cold front is going to push through. That's what's driving these storms here. That's what's driving those windy conditions. That's why we have the wind advisories. And this is why we have those first alert weather days, and we're going to see those colder temperatures. These are what it's going to look like over the next 10 days, though. So we will see those colder temperatures at least through the new year, starting in the new year. But you can see we do get a little higher. We'll get out of 20s by the time we get to the end of the week going into next week. But we are going to have a little bit of weather whiplash here, especially going into tomorrow, because it's warm. If you go outside today is a warm day. It's going to be a good day to get outside and just enjoy that. Then going into tomorrow, it's going to just be outright cold. It's going to be feeling a lot worse. We're going to be feeling like the single digits, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so Sunday tonight, going through Monday, heavy rain, thunder, gusty winds, and then that big cool down is ahead. Okay, so a lot of those thunderstorms that we were watching have now started to weaken as they make their way this way, which is good news for us, but we still have those gusty winds along with it that are really amplifying this big cool down. So Angela, we're not talking about snow here. You might see maybe a flake or two tomorrow morning, but it's not going to accumulate. You're not going to see a lot of it. If you see any at all, because most of that moisture is going to get dragged out there with the cold front. So again, after sunset tonight, going into tomorrow, the threats are gusty rain showers, some thunder, and then it's just going to be really cold. So again, a cold front is pushing all of this along. If you have any outdoor decorations, any Christmas stuff still up that's outside, tie those down or bring them inside before we get into the really breezy conditions. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. And then just get ready to bundle up. Again, break out that winter gear once again here. I see a couple questions. I'm going to pull up one more thing to show you guys a little better. I just have to get to it. Okay, so someone says tornadoes. That's not likely with this event because it's mostly going to be wind. So this is what it's looking like. Here's our severe weather risk. A 1 out of 5 risk, that's everyone in the green color. Those down to the southeast here, you're not included in this risk because those showers and storms will have weakened by the time it gets to you. Everyone in the yellow near Indianapolis, they have a higher risk, 2 out of 5 risk to seeing some sort of severe weather. But again, we're mainly dealing with the winds and the impact of how that's going to affect, power outages, knocking down power lines, and those gusty winds and then those cold temperatures making it feel really cold out there going into tomorrow, giving you that weather whiplash over what we're, any kind of severe weather risk. Like I mentioned, those storms are weakening as they reach our area. I'm going to show you what that looks like here in just a second. So you saw that kind of move by really quickly. We'll go forward here, dry throughout your game. And then by like 8 o'clock, you can see some just scattered showers out there, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. And then there's that big line of storms. It hasn't made it into the area. So if you're going to the Bengals game today, you're going to be pretty set. You're not going to see that rain, maybe a sprinkle. But then look, this is what it's looking like. 10 p.m., there's that round of some heavy rain, maybe a rumble of thunder or two, some thunderstorms. But it's going to move out quickly. You're going to see how fast this moves out. So that's 10 p.m. And then by the time we're at 1, most of that is out of the area. And here's what we were talking about where the southeast areas aren't in that severe weather risk. And again, that's just because most of that is starting to weaken as it leaves our area. I can zoom out here for you guys. We'll open up the graphic and look a little closer. If you guys give me 1 second so I can show you guys what I'm talking about with it looking stronger, not in our area, and we'll go forward here. So this is what it's looking like as it's coming in. So you can see how this line looks stronger. You have the reds there, you have the thunder and the lightning, outside of our area, outside of Cincinnati. And then as it comes in, we really don't see any of those stronger. It becomes more disorganized. It starts not being as strong as the line was when it was originally forming. And then by the time we reach the morning hours, I'm going to zoom back in for you guys. There is a small possibility, again, of seeing some of those snowflakes out there, very scattered. You're really not going to see, you're not going to see any accumulation from this, but maybe a snowflake or two if we have enough moisture left in the air, which is highly unlikely, but it's something we're going to watch out for moving forward. And I agree. It's a gray day out there, but it's not too bad. I'll take the warmer temperatures in a gray day over what we're going to be feeling going into tomorrow. Last. So we're really only having this first alert weather day here going until the end of Monday, because then those gusty winds stop. So then that's when we'll stop with the severe temperatures, because the gusty winds are really what's making it feel a lot worse. And I'm going to show you that here. I'm going to go through the rain one more time, get the timing down for everybody, and then we will talk about that. So here's what it's looking like. Again, just a few scattered showers out there. That's about right now. This is what we're looking like. If we move forward here, staying mostly dry through the game, but again, you can't rule out maybe one or two of those little stray showers out there. Might want to just bring a rain jacket with you no matter what. Here is that line of storms on a different model, and you can see a few pockets of those heavier downpours here and there, but mainly just a strong line of gusty winds and some heavy downpours is what we're expecting. Now, as this pushes through, you'll see the temperatures start to drop. It becomes way more disorganized. You can see how it's starting to scatter here as it enters our area. Before, it was a pretty defined line, and now we have lots of scattering of the showers. It's covering the whole tri-state. That weakens the stuff that's up front. So we're just watching out for those temperatures to drop by the time we get to the late night hours. This is midnight. Again, just scattered showers, not cold enough to see any snow. And then you start to see the temperatures drop. You can really see that here. This is 2 a.m. We got 40s, upper 40s, 30s, and then low 30s over in our northwestern counties. If we push forward a little bit more, we start to get into the 20s there by the morning. And again, that small chance of seeing some snowflakes out there, very similar to the other model. Now I'm going to show you guys the winds because I've been talking about them for a minute here. We'll let some of them load in. We're going to go ahead, skip forward to this afternoon, 4 o'clock, 30 mile per hour winds, 25. So 25 to 35 mile per hour winds this afternoon before the rain gets here. This is before rain is there. Then as we move forward, you can see almost 40 mile per hour winds going into tonight, again, before the rain gets here. When that cold front starts pushing in, you can see a couple 40s in the mix, upper 30s. Then we'll see those 40s really come in by the time we reach the early morning hours on Monday. Now the wind gusts are so important with this because upwards of 50 mile per hour winds are possible. And because of that, your feels like temperatures are going to be even lower. So let's talk about that. Tonight, 8 p.m., we're going to be feeling like the mid 60s still. Click forward, you can really see this thermal divide here. 50s, mid 50s, 30s. That's when that cold front is starting to pass through. And once it does, you're going to feel it. 2 degrees is what it's going to feel like in Connersville. We're going to be in the single digits for most of the area. You can see a couple teens, a couple tens there, but mostly we're going to feel like the single digits. And we'll keep the teens throughout the entire day. So it's going to continue to be very cold. It's going to continue to be very cold going into Tuesday morning as well. Single digits, teens, once again. But that wind has stopped. So that's what we're trying to get past. We're trying to get past those gusty conditions. That wind advisory only lasts until Monday evening. So we're really just trying to get that, past that cold spell, past when those gusty conditions get here, because then we'll start to feel a little bit more like our temperature outside. It'll still be cold, but it won't be single digit cold. So that's what we're looking out for. I put it into a little graphic here for you guys over the next couple of days. So this is weather whiplash because it's really going to feel like it. A few sprinkles out there this morning. We're in the 60s already for most places. So we're going to be pretty warm by the afternoon, and then we'll see a few storms as well. You saw those thunderstorms. I was showing you guys rumbles of thunder really late tonight going into tomorrow morning, but they'll be out quickly. What will stay is those colder temperatures and those wind gusts. Going into Monday, very cold and very windy. So we kind of have two sides of a coin. We have like a spring day ahead of us here, or a summer day, and we have very cold conditions, wintry conditions going into Monday. I want to show you guys one more thing. I know someone in the comments here asked about snow, and do I think we're done with winter snowstorms? I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like for your New Year's here. So this is New Year's Eve, and you can see that we'll be seeing some blue. We'll be seeing some, maybe even some accumulating snow Wednesday into Thursday. So when you're out celebrating the new year, ringing in the new year, you might be playing in the snow as well. So going into Wednesday evening, Thursday early morning, it's looking like we could see some of those snow chances come back into the forecast, snow showers. And anything that falls during this event specifically will accumulate, especially because of how cold it's going to be. It's just going to be cold. The ground's going to be cold. So we'll continue to be in a cold setting, if that makes sense. Like anything that falls tonight going into tomorrow morning won't accumulate. The ground is too warm. We're seeing those temperatures in the 60s today, so any of that snow that hits the ground is going to instantly melt. But Wednesday into Thursday, it will have been cold enough, and cold enough for long enough, that this will accumulate if we see the snow going into the new year. So that's what we're expecting then. Another round of rain going into next weekend, maybe some snow chances as well. But that's what we're looking at. And again, we're looking at those first alert weather days, and then we're looking at those colder temperatures on the way, and then some snow chances going into the new year. Let's see, the week of January 10th, we can look and see what the Climate Prediction Center is saying our temperature outlook was going to be. We need to look on this one specifically to see January 10th. So January 5th through January 11th is saying Cincinnati is supposed to be above average in terms of temperature. It's in one of those lighter colors, so that means we're probably going to be closer to normal. We're probably going to be closer to the upper 40s, low 40s there, because it says a couple notches above it. So low 40s, mid 40s area for around the time of your birthday there. Yeah. Okay. I'll run through the timing one more time on here before I log off so everyone can see it, and then, everyone will just have a great day. Okay, a few spotty showers out there. Again, if you're heading to the Bengals game, you should be mostly fine, but I would probably bring a rain jacket in case one of those spotty showers do pop up. Now, if we move forward here, I'm showing you this specifically because it shows you the temperatures. It'll show you if there's a chance of seeing any of that snowfall. Now, again, spotty showers, 8 p.m., that's when it starts. You can see the strong line of storms, and you can see nothing behind it. So this means it's pretty organized, it's pretty strong coming into the tri-state, but then as it starts to roll in, you can see it becomes a little disorganized. And what this means for us is that the thunderstorms aren't going to be as strong, but we'll continue to see those strong wind gusts, and we'll still see the effects of that cold front. So yes, we do see red here. A few thunderstorms are possible. A few stronger thunderstorms are also possible. We're in a 1 out of 5 marginal risk to see severe weather out there. But again, if we move a little bit forward, 11 o'clock, it's already starting to become a lot more disorganized, and you can just see a few more of those thunderstorms, a lot of showers covering the tri-state, but this is when the cold front is going to start passing through. As we get into the next hour or so, you'll start to see the temperatures drop, and we'll be in the 50s in the southeastern counties And up in our northwestern counties, we're starting to see the 30s again. And this is when the temperatures really drop. All of that will get pushed out by the time we reach 1, 2, 3 o'clock. We'll be completely dry. But then we see those temperatures really drop back into the 20s here. And you can see maybe a couple snowflakes. I'll move forward a little bit more here. And again, throughout the morning, you could see a few snowflakes, but the ground is going to be too warm for any accumulation because we've been so warm over the last couple of days. So we won't see any accumulation from this. We'll just see those stronger wind gusts ahead here. And again, 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. We could even see up to 50, which is going to be really strong, could cause some power outages, definitely causing our temperatures to feel a lot colder outside moving forward. So as we go into tonight, again, those windy conditions not really here by 7 o'clock, so we're still feeling pretty warm. But as we move forward, you can really see where that cold front starts to move through. This is Monday, 1 a.m., 50s, mid-50s is what we're feeling like. But we're seeing the 30s up to our more northwestern counties. And then once it pushes through, we'll be in the single digits, we'll be in the teens. So that's just something, you need to look out for as you're heading off for your morning commute. It's going to be very cold. You're going to need to bundle up, bring out all of that winter gear that, we put up over the last week or so that we've been well above our averages. And now we're back to being in the single digits from Monday. We're going to be feeling the single digits all the way through Tuesday morning until we start to feel a little bit, and I don't mean, it will be very small changes. Going into Wednesday morning, we'll start to feel more like the 20s, which will be our actual temperature outside. And that's a lot warmer than the single digits, even though it's probably not going to feel that way. But yeah, that's what we're looking like. Our next big snow event, and I don't mean big, I just mean the next time we'll see any of that accumulating snow will likely be New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day. But for today, that Bengals forecast, again, you should say mostly dry for the game, but if it was me, I would bring a poncho with me just in case one of those pop-up showers come. It's not uncommon with these warmer conditions that one would just pop up over the stadium. So I would just be extra careful, especially if you're going out and tailgating. But those storms pick up late Sunday evening going into Monday, and as that passes through, temperatures will start to drop there. It's going to be windy. It's going to be cold. Again, feeling more like the single digits throughout the day on Monday with those windy conditions gusting up to 50 miles an hour. So if you have an alarm clock that you physically plug into the wall, you might want to also set your phone alarm because we could have some power outages involved with this as well. We have those wind advisories set through Monday, so we're watching out for pretty gusty conditions. Moving into Tuesday, we're going to feel pretty similar to Monday. We're going to be in the single digits in the morning. We won't be back into warmer conditions until we reach about Wednesday here, and still then it's going to be pretty cold. And like I said, this could be our next time we see any of that accumulating snow on the ground because it's just going to be so cold. We have those chances of seeing snow, so we're on the lookout for some snow showers going into the new year. And then we see a slight warm up. We'll see that kind of tick up there again to slightly above average, but we're mostly going to stay right on target moving towards the end of the week. Once we get some of these, once we get the storms and the cold front out of the way, we'll start to see a little bit more sun, but we're going to be stuck with those colder conditions moving forward. That's all I have for you guys. I'll put this full screen so you can see it, just a little bit closer. I'll be back on all tomorrow morning. And so I'll see you guys then. So everyone have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great Bengals game. Hooday. And stay safe during the storms tonight. Erin will be on tonight. She'll do her live stream at 10:15. At 6:15, and she'll be on later that evening. If anything changes, she'll be on at a different time. And you can get all the updates from her. You guys be safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.